I'm kind of old school. I think you take the politics out of the Olympic Games. Let our athletes go. Let them compete. They've been training for years for that one moment, that one chance. And to take that away from them, I think would be wrong and unjust.
All right, good morning. Welcome back into Wake Up America. I'm Rob Finnerty. The NHL recently announcing that players will not be traveling to Beijing, China for the Winter Olympics 43 days from now as COVID cases continue to rise worldwide. The question now is, should the Biden administration boycott sending all U.S. athletes to China for the Olympics? For more, I want to welcome in our player panel this morning. The captain of the 1980 U.S. gold medal Miracle on Ice hockey team, Mike Eruzione, is with us, and former All-Star and 12-year NHL veteran Ron Duguay back with us on the program this morning. Guys, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, Mike, good morning, Rob. Good morning, Mike.
Good to have you guys back on. Glad about this panel. Mike, I'd like to start with you. As you just heard, you've said on this show before that you want players to go and win and celebrate the gold on Chinese soil. It doesn't look like that's going to happen now. NHL players are not going. Does that change anything for you?
No, we'll send players that are available, whether it be college players, whether it be professionals that are playing in Europe. Clearly, it's disappointing. I think Sidney Crosby said it best. It's disappointing that they're not going to be able to go, but they're not going for the reason of a boycott. They're going because of health issues, and I understand that, and I totally agree with the NHL players making that decision. But let's get our players that are available. I even suggested maybe send our World Junior team over with a couple of veterans who are playing over in Europe and let them play. But either way, I think we should send a team, and I'm hoping Canada and the other countries do the same thing. But this is a little different situation than a boycott. This is something that, unfortunately, is not going to be able to happen.
Well, it's because of the Omicron variant of COVID-19. The quarantine, the mandatory quarantine in China, by the way, if you do get it, is between 3 and 5 weeks, which would affect these players. If they get it, that means they wouldn't be able to finish the back half of the season, and it could affect them going into the playoffs and all that stuff. Ron, basically the same question to you. Just with this as a preface, over 800,000 Americans have died from COVID. The Chinese haven't cooperated with COVID origins. None of the investigations have they cooperated with. And in northwest China right now, more than 1 million Uyghur Muslims that we know about are living in slave camps. Should we really go to China and celebrate with the Chinese right now?
Well, I think you just answered your own question, right? So those are all things that are being discussed, and there's good debate on both sides. And for Mike and I, Mike's competed, I've competed in world championships. And as a player, that's what you look for. That's what you train for. And for the fans, it's the same thing. It is the biggest event. And for hockey in general, it's the biggest promoter of hockey. But you got to look at conditions and situations. And it's just unfortunate that this has happened. Now, when you think about health issues for the players, I kind of question what are the health issues, right? Because they've all been asked to have the COVID shot. So they're all protected. So there shouldn't be a big issue as far as their health. But if they're over there and they have to go in quarantine because they get tested positive, that's a whole other thing. That part I understand. So
right.
The NHL has to protect their players. The players have to protect themselves. And it's really sad and unfortunate that this is not going to happen, because for Mike and I, even though we're not playing, we're looking forward to this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great TV event. So wait, Ron, are you a yes or a no? Do you think there should be a boycott? The U.S. delegation of athletes it's just over 200 athletes. So you think that no, all athletes should go and compete, or are you for a boycott?
No, I'm for the players to go, because it's about the players.
Okay, so you're both for.
Yeah, I'm for going.
All right, Mike, we've talked about this before. I'm curious. So 1980, Jimmy Carter's president. A lot of people say Joe Biden reminds them of Jimmy Carter. A lot of the same issues back then. But the Russians invaded Afghanistan. The Summer Olympics in Moscow were boycotted by the Carter administration and 65 other nations at that time. And it looked like it was going to happen to the Winter Games. Of course, that didn't happen. But take us back to what that meant for you and all the players that wanted to be a part of the men's team at that time.
Well, can you imagine if there wasn't a boycott in 1980 and the Soviets didn't send their team to the United States? You wouldn't have had that, miracle on ice or whatever you want to call it. But,
right.
Our moment was something that was so positive for our country and brought so much joy to so many people. So a picture that event not happening. And as far as us not going to Afghanistan, not going to Moscow, it was because of Afghanistan. And look what Afghanistan became. And yet who suffered? The athletes suffered. They didn't have that opportunity to compete. So again, I'm not in favor of boycotts. I think that they take the politics out of the equation. I know what's going on in China. There's other ways to punish China without leaving our athletes at home. Because again, if that didn't happen in 1980, well, we wouldn't be talking. And Doogie, I might not have met you.
Yeah.
Doogie, I like it. No, and I think politics do play a role in these, whether we like it or not. It's a very complex situation. And I heard Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, Ron, he said that, all right, fine, 1936, Jesse Owens, the sprinter, goes to Berlin. These were the Nazi Hitler Olympics, and he wins gold. And obviously that was a great moment for Jesse Owens and for America. But in the eyes of the world pre-World War II, that helped to legitimize the Nazi Party. Could we be doing the same thing in Beijing in 43 days?
Yeah, well, to me, it's when you look at it, it's a time that people come together, and it's athletes competing against each other's countries, but it's a time of players coming together, and there's a lot of love and care and passion, and that's kind of what I see. I don't see the politics. We're aware of it, but it's an opportunity for a statement of let's care about each other, because the players can be speaking about that, but I just love how everyone comes together. Everyone's holding hands. All the Olympians are holding hands, whether you're from Canada or the United States. You're competing hard, but you care about each other. There's a lot of love there. Well,
and I know, Mike, you've told the story many times, I'm sure, about calling your teammates up onto the podium when the national anthem was being played there. I mean, quite a moment. So, all right, let's look at it on the other side. After 1980, NHL players started competing in the Winter Olympics. So here we are, we're back to 1980 all over again. Could something like that happen again? Could we put together a scrappy college team with no advance notice, maybe minor league players and guys that are not NHL players, not professionals maybe?
Oh, we did it in the last Winter Olympics, and clearly the United States, as well as Canada, we've got an abundance of awfully good players. So we can send a team over there to compete. As far as, making it a 1980 experience, I don't think you'll see that again. I don't think you're going to see that moment, mainly because the Soviet Union doesn't exist. So a lot of our victory in 1980 had to do with the politics that were going on around the country. As a country, we were looking to feel good about ourselves, similar to what we're dealing with right now. I've said this before, we need a 1980 again. We need to bring this country together, and not for ourselves, but for the people that live here. But I think you're never going to see that moment again because of the climate of our country and the rivalry we have between the Soviets. But we'll put a team together and we'll be competitive.
Yeah, I hope so. Gentlemen, so nice having you on the show. Mike Eruzione, Ron Duguay, we appreciate it. Come back and see us soon. We have 43 days until those opening ceremonies on February the 4th. Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Ronnie. Nice seeing you.
Yeah, you also, Mike.
See you guys.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.